There are millions of children around the world who are unable to receive an education. Many children with dreams and desires have no chance of living a regular child's life. In the book Tracing the Consequences of Child Poverty by Boyden and Joe Dawes, they explain how the scale of child poverty is one of many concerns. There is also growing recognition of its multidimensionality, since material deprivation is only one of the many disadvantages typically experienced by poor children. Child poverty is holding back many opportunities that any child should have, like the chance of an education. Growing up as someone who has been privileged enough to receive an education and much more, I can definitely agree that something so common as going to school is something that every child deserves the chance of. Today, I will be talking about the Child Foundation and what you can do to change a child's life. The issues I will be talking about today is how children are being affected by poverty and not being able to get an education, and how a donation from you could help to change their lives. First, let's address the main problems. According to the article, Child Poverty Changes in Child Poverty by Wen Hao, Chen, and Miles Korak, they explain how child poverty has gradually become more and more important aspect of public policy. During the 1990s, a number of countries like North America, Europe, and the UK experienced this around the world. Poverty for children are going like affecting them as they grow up. In the book Tracing the Consequences of Child Poverty by Boyden and Joe Dawes, they explain how children growing up in poverty are often deprived of quality education, water, sanitation, and other services, and suffer poor nutrition and poor physical mental health. As poverty cases grow, not only is education is being lost, but many other things are as well. Now that you understand how poverty is affecting children around the world, let's explain more about how it is actually affecting them. According to the article Social Relationships, Child Poverty and Children's Life Satisfaction by Lena Hanpa, she explains how the results of the relationship between child poverty and subjective well-being of children are mixed depending on the approaches of how to measure child poverty. Some studies using household income or parent-reported material deprivation as the proxy of child poverty generally found no significant or only a weak association between a child poverty affects a child in many ways, and have these sort of deprivations can damage you while growing up. According to the article Social Relationship, Child Poverty and Children's Life Satisfaction by Lena, these may be affected by the growth of poverty, which can be manifested in social relationships. Living in low poverty condition affects social skills as well, and without an education, there is a lot of social skills that children will not learn. Now that you understand how poverty is affecting these kids and their chances of an education, I'd like to explain more about how you can help them. Now you can easily help out many children by donating to the Child Foundation. A small donation to the foundation can better a child's life and help them get the education that every child deserves. On the Child Foundation's website, they state their mission to support highly vulnerable children as an educational achievement to reduce poverty and have safe, healthy lives. Donating will help a child struggling with poverty and could possibly transform their lives. One objection that one might have about donating to this foundation might be that they are not sure that the potential child that they are helping will be a high achiever in every school. Every child deserves a chance at an education. Luckily, the Child Foundation does find high achievers who cannot afford getting an education and choose to help them out. Another issue that one might have with donating to this foundation might be not being sure where their money goes towards. According to the Child Foundation website, since our inception in 1994, Child Foundation has provided basic necessities to children living in poverty or hardships, enhancing the quality of their life of these children as well as their respective families. By providing access to education, Child Foundation hopes to eliminate children prematurely leaving school and, in certain countries, early matrimony. The money you donate will mainly go towards basic necessities with the whole purpose of giving children access to school. Now that you know more about the Child Foundation, I will explain how the foundation will use your money. The Child Foundation is an international charity organization that helps children remain in school. The children that are sponsored through this foundation are chosen because they are high financial need and are truly in poverty. The organization focuses on those who truly need it and are in poverty, and even focus on orphans or children living in an emergency situation. The organization will use your donation to help them enhance their quality of life and help them gain access to an education. Your donation will cover the basic necessities for these children in need. The sponsorship program enables students to be in school. Through donations, the child will gain help that will support them with financial needs for an education of the necessary relief. The Child Foundation will support a child through their whole educational career and support them to become healthy and educated. Most importantly, your donation will be used to change a child's life, and they've been successful to do this with many children over time. A story that stood out to me from their website was about Hamid, a kid who discovered the Child Foundation and wanted to take action for children in need. So he began his own campaign through running a marathon, and he has raised over $26,000 to save many children. With everything considered, now that you have understanding on the struggles about children in poverty and educational struggles, I hope you understand how important donating to the Child Foundation is to help these children in need. Many children that are high achievers with big dreams are missing out on many opportunities of getting an education because of their struggles and poverty. The help of a small donation can help many children who deserve an education and get the chance in life that they deserve. A child's life can be changed at all the small cost of your donation. I'm asking today for you to take that small cost and transform a child's in poverty and provide them with a very well-deserved education. Help the Child Foundation provide an education today.